Guys, welcome back to Group Chat. We have a very special Friday guest.
The richest black person I know.
That's a lie.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a lie.
I see the life this guy lives on Instagram.
That's a
He just
lie.
has bottles of wine just opened. You know what happens when you open a bottle of wine? You got to finish it. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Most alcoholic.
He's either an alcoholic.
On one Instagram
You were posted one time, like 8 bottles open. They were all nice bottles.
of wine.
Yes.
Oh, you mean my Instagram story?
Yes.
That was at Delilah.
You
That's
just
even more
casually ordered
expensive.
$4,000 wine. Until
No, Toll and them love me, so I go there. I drink wine.
I know
guys.
Brian doesn't comp anyone.
Brian loves me. He told me I threw the biggest party at Delilah ever, so he loves me.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Plus, he has a podcast called Wine and Weed.
We didn't even describe who the
I know,
guest
but
is.
I'm giving little teasers.
It's not even a tease anymore, is it?
He's got a podcast called Wine and Weed, so it's on
Yes.
brand.
Yes.
Mr. Sterling Brim, welcome, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
I will not clap for myself. I do want to, though.
Welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. How's
I've known all you guys for so long. It feels
What'd you
great
say?
to be here. I've known all you guys for so long.
Yeah. Yeah, we did Short Story Long,
Yes, we did.
and now it's time to do Group Chat.
Group chat. I love the name.
Thank you.
From day one, I was like, that's a great fucking name.
Thank you. And what about Wine and Weed? How long have you been podcasting?
7 months.
How's it been going?
It's been going really well, man. It's
You're
been
getting some
growing.
big ass guests.
Yeah, I mean, just texting friends and being like, hey, pull up, do me a favor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
But it's going really well, though. Me and Chris have been writing together for a while on comedy. So he's been trying to get me to do a podcast for like 3 years or so. And I was just like, I don't want to do a podcast because everyone does podcasts. And then I just felt, after we sold the show to IFC, we're co-producing with Ben Stiller, and it ended up falling through. So after that, we're like, what do we do next? And we're like, let's do a podcast. Fuck it. So it's been going really well.
It's great.
That's amazing.
And what do you guys, like, what's the thing? What do you guys do? You drink wine, smoke weed?
We drink one bottle of wine and we smoke one joint and we talk about the week, what's going on in the news, a lot of funny stories. We try to, definitely have some heart in there, have it be a little serious, but also make
really
sure the
funny.
comedy is there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny
Hey,
stuff.
thank you, man.
That's
Not
good.
too serious. Like this podcast is kind of, serious sometimes.
Yeah.
Loosen the fuck up is what I'm
No,
saying.
we have fun.
No, you
We just
do.
don't smoke weed.
Yeah. A lot of
On
wine.
camera. Am I right? Come on, guys.
I like to have some cocktails while
Okay.
doing the pod.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, not wine though.
No, I need to get to the point.
Okay.
Like wine is a slow burn. I just want to be drunk.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel drunker. Like I feel like someone told me this. I feel like it was a lie a long time ago. But they tell me wine goes straight to your actual brain and blood. I mean, then the liquor travels to your bloodstream, so you get drunker off wine.
I don't know.
That's a
You're
lie.
the wine and weed guy, so I'm going to trust
I'm
you.
just an
I know
alcoholic.
tequila tequila works for me.
I love tequila too.
Sterling, what else? Because, a lot of people saw us on TV together, know that we're friends.
Yeah.
Give everyone else an update on what else you're working on. I know since people have seen you on at least Fantasy Factory days, it's now progressed quite a bit. Not only just a podcast, but give me the rundown of what you're working on.
Of course, we're on season 72 of Ridiculousness. So that's going really
the
well.
longest running show on
Ever.
national television.
That us and cops. But yeah, they want us to die on stage. But I know. So Ridiculous is still going well. Shout out to Robert Chanel. But still doing that. We got the podcast Wine and Weed. And then I'm just working in marketing and have a creative agency with me and my friends, man. We got together and we started a marketing and creative firm. So it's going really well. We represent and work with our also partner, Michael B. Jordan. It's me, myself, and our other friends. So it's going really well.
Yeah.
Who are your clients for that?
Huh?
Can you share who your clients are?
Clients, we kind of take on whatever Mike has going on right now. That's how we started the company. So if Mike is dealing with different companies from Acura to Cheerios, we're the liaison between him and them. We kind of make
nice.
sure everything goes well
Great.
for him. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I wondered because I heard everyone literally was saying, you're Michael B. Jordan's manager now. You're the guy to talk to if
No.
you need anything. And I'm like, damn, is this guy
No.
negotiating like movie content?
No,
What the hell
I'm
is
not doing
Sterling
any movie
doing?
deals right now. No.
Got it. That makes sense.
Mike
that
has
seems
his own
more.
agent, and they handle all of that. We kind of just handle all the branding behind that.
Got it.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
anything else I'm missing here, guys, or should we hop into some news?
I think
Anyone
we're
have
re-
any Sterling questions?
Sterling questions. Come on,
What
guys.
kind of car do you have?
Don't do that. Why are you doing this? What are we even doing?
I mean, these are the types of questions I ask.
Who's
Yeah.
better at
These are-
basketball?
that-
You're Michael B.
I am. Come on, man.
Okay.
Ask crazy questions either.
You know what we don't
Who
have
has a
on
bigger
here?
ego, you or Michael B?
Michael B.
You know what we don't have on here, but we can. Are we not going to talk about the Chicago Drake issue? I thought we were going to ask Sterling about
we were
that.
going to ask you. So we've been hearing some.
Chicago. Y'all put me on the spot. I don't even know what this issue is.
Yeah, this wasn't on the list. This was not on the list.
We heard some rumors on hiphoprumors.com that Drake's store in LA got shot up.
No. Drake's store in LA got graffiti.
Vandalized. Yeah.
And Drake's OVO pop-up in Chicago got shot up.
Apparently, on behalf of Don C., who's from Chicago, you're from Chicago. We just thought maybe.
What the fuck?
We just thought.
You got your ear to the streets.
Yeah.
Spill the
I know.
beans.
Shout out to Donzie. Donzie's my homie, man. Like,
How close?
nah, that's my dog. That's my dog. He's Chicago dude. I fuck with anybody from the crib. So, nah, I don't know nothing about none of this, man. I don't know what this is.
Damn it.
I didn't hear any of this. I did not know that Drake's store. What does that accomplish? I don't know.
Yeah, they said leave LA.
Leave LA.
They graffitied leave LA.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, is that-
I don't know if that's a Chicago person because I don't know if we feel like we own LA. This ain't our city either. Like
That could be a MAGA thing too.
it
It should have said leave the U.S.
Yeah,
Should have said
yeah.
go back to Canada.
Build a
Yeah.
wall up north.
up north too. No one wants a wall up north. It's beautiful.
Okay. Well, we thought maybe we could get you to Tekashi 6ix9ine yourself here.
No, I'm too solid for that.
It's crazy. When I was on a 3-hour Uber ride from the airport to downtown Chicago for ComplexCon, and the guy, we ended up obviously talking and saying Chicago. So I said, "Hey, do you know a guy named Sterling?" And he goes, "Remember, it was a guy that was like the security guard at a strip club when you were like 18 years
Oh,
old."
you told me this. Wait.
And he was
This
the Uber
motherfucker
driver.
hit me up with the most random text. Like, asked me, okay. I did not even remember this person until he texted me the name. And I was like, I know exactly who this person is. Like, when I was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
There was a dude that like told me his mom owned the strip club, took me to my like first strip club. And like, I don't know this guy like that.
Literally, that was the exact story this guy told
And
me.
you just
and
happened to say, do you know Sterling because you were in Chicago?
and he's famous.
Got it.
And he went all into like, he took me to my first
He's
strip
like,
club.
I
It's
actually do
crazy.
know him. In fact, I took him to his first strip
He
club.
really did.
That's
And I don't know how I
story.
know him to this day.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Very random. Very
All right,
random.
let's get into some news.
Yes.
Okay, first little bit, we're going to jump into some business news. First bit of news is this cannabis cafe has, Sterling, you're the weed expert of the group.
Yeah. The weed
This cannabis cafe has opened up in West Hollywood. Lowell Cafe.
Yeah.
It looks like you can go, right now there's a maximum of an hour and a half just because of demand. 'Cause
Yep.
There's like crazy lines, all this stuff. You can go there, you can order food, they have vegan options, they have burgers, they have all this stuff. And then you can order like anything in the weed world, it seems like. You can get little edibles, you can get vapes, bongs,
Pre-rolls.
literally anything. And the idea is it's the first place ever that you can go have a snack, smoke some weed with your friends. You don't gotta be in a back alley somewhere.
Ever in California.
Ever in the U.S. though, right?
Yeah, maybe the U.S.
Okay.
But
Yes,
Amsterdam
definitely.
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 go
So
there.
ever in the
It's
U.S.
This thing is
Seems
really
pretty
interesting.
cool.
It's really cool. The food looks interesting. I went to go straight to look at the prices for the cannabis. So one pre-roll is $18. So they're charging you like a drink.
But how much do you get in that pre-roll? Is it a gram or is it a gram and a half?
1 gram.
1 gram?
Yeah.
It's a low price.
Well, it's like a cocktail at a bar.
But
No, I'm not mad at the price. Actually.
But
it makes
at,
sense.
at $18 is like your Smirnoff.
That-
and
that's
then
shitty weed,
if
yeah.
you want like, I don't know the saying. So OG is $30.
All right, here we go.
I'm not familiar with
I
this.
smoke weed. I just don't know,
You guys brought me on this show to give you slang about weed.
But hold on.
I don't know what they
Hold
say.
on,
The
just-
loud. Is that what the kids are calling it?
Rewind a little bit. So
Yep.
the people that are behind this, the first ever cannabis cafe in Los Angeles are the Houston brothers. The Houston brothers are successful hospitality guys.
Yep.
They have bars called Harvard and Stone, Break Room 86, Pourvu, bunch of different stuff.
I hate Pourvu.
Yeah, D
Fuck
got
that
into a
place.
fight.
But you like
at
Harvard and
Pourvu.
Stone. Kind of
Yeah.
cool.
What?
Harvard and Stone's cool.
Harvard and Stone? Well, I would never go to a place called Harvard and Stone.
All right.
Well, I mean, we have our loyalties with the A-Trade group. I'm just giving background on who's behind this cafe, right? We don't need to go to any of these establishments.
Hey, we
right?
got it, man. We got it.
But they're successful.
Mafia shit.
liquor guys or hospitality guys that are now behind the first weed cafe.
Yeah. Got it.
Now that I know they're behind it, I won't go.
I know the company. Like they sent me some stuff before. The weed is cool.
You mean
Underwhelming.
It's
Do they
not
only serve-
loud. It's not like oh shit we high. It's like this is a cool little buzz, which I think is what they try to accomplish actually, because they put them in like the packaging they have is like little cigarette packs. People
Yeah.
buy them like they're cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then you just smoke them at work. You don't look crazy because it looks like a little cigarette, but you're smoking a little joint. And I think it's to keep you buzzed. I don't know if they're trying to get you high, like high as shit.
Yeah.
Because if they are, we should talk.
But it said they have like full like dab stations at the Lowell.
Oh no,
thing.
I imagine they're turning it up for the restaurant. Like
Yeah.
you gotta fucking put a show on. You
Yeah.
can't just be like, yeah, you can buy those boxes, but here are the burgers.
Yeah.
So I imagine they would like go above and beyond. But I'm interested to go to it. I mean, it's a cool idea.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that it exists.
There's gonna be tons of these. It
Yeah.
looks beautiful from the pictures I saw. I'm sure the food's okay. I was more curious on the pricing because so you have an hour and a half there. Like if it's a group of 5 and you can't get them to like $75 a person almost,
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's not gonna make any money, right? Like food businesses aren't good in general. No one's going there for the food.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna be quick turning all these tables. People are literally gonna smoke weed and sit there all day.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious if a group of 5 go, like how many joints are they buying? How many, what else are they going to buy to get their bill to a point? Like what Brian's argument was when we were texting about it was they don't sell liquor. When I go to dinner, I have 3 drinks. I'm not going to have three pre-rolls,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
But if you're
couple to
sharing
go.
them,
Yeah.
then automatically it's 3 pre-rolls. I also think that this reminds me of the Boondocks episode, and the episode of the itis, and they should just definitely rent out beds. In this place. You should be like, we're selling fucking weed, here's some food, and then here's a bed you can rent
nap,
for the next hour because you're going to fucking pass out.
Because what if people are just going to smoke a joint and eat like 3 meals?
Yes,
you just sit there and eat your face
Yeah,
off.
I'm
I think
okay
the
with them
value of the
Yeah.
license, because I don't think there's that many being handed out, is going to be so valuable.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I guarantee for the foreseeable future, it's going to be packed from the
For
moment
sure.
they open till the moment they close.
yeah.
And people are going to travel. Like, can you imagine international people? Because people in Asia don't get to smoke California weed.
Yeah.
So when all my friends from Asia come to LA,
Yeah.
the first thing they do is like, I need weed. So they go to MedMen, they go to here, they go, et cetera, because it's so unique.
Yeah.
I think the dumbest thing about the law is that someone that sells liquor can't sell marijuana, and someone who sells marijuana can't sell liquor. What is the
Yeah.
I
point
mean,
of
the
that rule?
regulators
really?
have been behind the.
That's how they did it?
Yeah.
You can't buy liquor there. It's so stupid.
And it's like preventing someone who smokes weed and someone who doesn't smoke weed to
Hang out.
Hang out.
Yeah.
No, you motherfuckers, break it up.
Segregation.
You are next door, sir. You knew that.
Yeah. But it looks really nice. What I will say is it looks really nice. It looks like a normal restaurant. I don't know. I'd be curious to see it in person. Like, is it just weed? They said they have good ventilation systems. I just want to know what it looks like in real life.
I might do an
when he
episode
goes,
there,
you can
guys.
take a picture.
Might do an episode there.
Yeah, you should.
Why not?
You guys should
Yeah.
definitely do it.
Yeah.
You definitely should.
I've had good experiences at their venues.
Yeah, D got into a fight at Portvue.
A fight?
Fight like a
with the
physical
security
fight?
guard.
Over someone.
No, Eric. I'll tell you the story. Eric Deluxe. We were there for Andres' birthday. Eric came without a blazer. You had to have a blazer to walk into Portvue. D had a blazer. Eric didn't. They go in and D's like, "Oh, my friend has an extra blazer." He just gives Eric the blazer. They come find D without a blazer. They're like, "We know you have no blazer." Threw him out.
Yeah.
And it was a huge
blazers?
altercation.
Motherfucker.
What is this? The Young
How long ago was
Republican
this?
Club?
How long ago was this?
7 years ago?
Longer,
That
probably.
was Blazer season, dude. 7 years ago.
7
Blazers
years.
were hot.
It's
Blazer.
Young Republican.
Oh my God.
You knew the rules.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. We got to move on. What's going on with this Kirby Jean-Raymond thing with Business of Fashion?
It's a pretty big deal in fashion. So Kirby, who is become like a really high regarded designer for his brand Pierre Moss, was nominated for CFDA Designer of the Year recently. He did a Medium post because Business of Fashion, which is like the authority, in my opinion, on kind of fashion trade news, did a gala of the 500 most influential people in fashion. The list, for the most part, is complete horseshit. It's like the Emmys. It's like all these things. Like, it's not that relevant.
Yep.
They wanted to pride themselves on diversity and inclusion, and so they put a handful of minorities on it. Our friends Michael and Risa were on the list. There are other people on it. Kirby was on the list too, and he goes to the gala, has a horrendous experience, does this whole Medium post that pretty much says to Business of Fashion that like for them inclusion is a trend, and it starts back from a first conversation he had with the editor in chief Imran about that he was going to have him speak on do a kind of like a TED talk at their Business of Fashion conference, and he said, I'll do it as long as it's not a panel full of black people, because that's usually like to put all diversity conversations as a bunch of black people on stage, and that's not the point. I don't want to do that. So they go, fine, you get the floor to do your own talk like all the other big designers. He gets there, it's a panel. Yeah. With like friends of his. And he kind of says, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Doesn't say anything, plays the game, shuts up. They call him to be on the cover of Business of Fashion, one of 3 people. He's like, the editor's like, we're going to, release a big announcement if you have it. And he's getting creative director positions and all this type of stuff. So he's all excited. He's going to be a cover and then announce at the gala, all this stuff. They shelve him on the cover, and he goes to the gala, and I don't know if you saw the entrance. Did you see the entrance to the gala where there's like a black choir singing on the stairs? It's just exploiting the idea that they're being inclusive and diverse. Yeah. And he writes this amazing post and just like, fuck them. They're not. They don't actually care about inclusion or diversity. Yeah. They're just doing it because it's the cool thing to say right now. Yeah. And then Imran, the publisher, finally does another post saying, this is why. I totally understand where he's coming from. It was my mistake, kind of backpedaling. Yeah. But this is perfect because you're here. How do you feel about things like this? Because do you actually think people are making an effort to be diverse? Or you think it's like, damn, I don't want that guilt?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of these companies, so to speak, are picking their Negro. And they're saying, okay, we got one. And now let's just flush all these ideas through this. But we don't care about their actual voice when they get here. We'll pretend. Yeah. We'll pretend. We'll do the whole college recruitment thing. Hey, come to our school. Well, you can get all the shots in the world. And then you get there, you're the 8th person on the bench. You're like, what's going on? So I think that's always been the case. So it's not
But
shocking.
You don't think nothing has changed at all?
No, I think stuff has changed. And I think what he's saying is, hey, for you is just a gimmick. It's just exploitation for what we actually truly live. Yeah. And you're just saying, okay, we're going to put this black choir because it's on trend. Yeah. Because Pierre Moss had this whole dope musical within their show. So we know the music, and black people love choirs. Yeah. This is true.
Sunday service.
Also, it's like, but you don't. Yeah. And that's not what fashion is. And that's not what this is. That's not the actual representation of what goes on within this community. So like, you're saying to all of us, hey, we're going to put all of you in the forefront, but still behind the scenes is still very much the majority is not us. Yeah. It's not people of color at all. It's not women. It's women, but it's not people of color at all. And it's white men still running fashion. Absolutely. So I think he's just like, hey, don't use me for the benefit of you. Yeah. Like if you're gonna actually be here to really speak on all my accomplishments for this year and put me on the cover, let's put me on the cover. You shelved the cover. Yeah. And then now, or before that, I'm on a panel, which you told me I wasn't going to be. Now you invite me again. I came to the gala only because I thought I was going to be on the cover. I'm not even on the cover. Yeah. Now I'm walking in, and the first thing I see is this shit. Of course I'm mad. Yeah. Yeah. So,
I think the other issue is that like there are still I don't perceive Business of Fashion to be an authority that the entire industry pays attention to. They're just reporters, right? And like the fact that we still pay people like that any respect. All the brands that they cover did not get popular because they had anything to do with it, right? Mm-hmm. The customer decided. So I don't even understand why anyone plays to the media at all anymore. Like, who cares? They have no power over our success anymore. It's the same thing. I looked at that list and I'll be like, I should be on that list. There's a bunch of clowns on that list. But it's just a game. If you don't play that game, you're not included in those conversations. But it doesn't affect my business either way. And that's the same way I feel about the Emmys. It's the same way I feel about the Oscars.
I was just going to ask that. Like, do you think across the board we just shouldn't care about the media? I think people are going to always want those accolades to be like, I made it to this. You know, even though it's an old traditional thing, or like you look at an Oscar and you're like, does it really matter? It's like, yeah, I could sell millions and millions and millions of tickets and people can go out and watch my movies, but I do still want to feel accomplished as an actor. You know,
yeah, but you know that system is rigged. It's not even real.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
But I think people still want that. They want that for themselves.
But
I wonder if that will wear off.
if you think about like kind of a contrarian perspective, that inclusion's on trend, right? Everyone knows that across the board, across all industries.
Yep.
We also know discrimination and racism is embedded in our society. So take advantage of the fact that inclusion is in, get in the door, and pave the way for more people of color and of diversity, and take advantage of it rather than just shit on, oh, we're just inclusion's in, we're getting our shot. You're still getting your shot.
But I think
No,
it's
but
that,
in this case, he's not.
I'm just saying a
complaining.
broader, not him particularly.
But
right?
you're saying play the Trojan horse, but I think that he's saying I'm tired of that shit. It's exhausting. What I'm saying is this: it's like, yeah, I understand that I can play the game right now, and I can fit in, and I can be this thing, and I can do the dance y'all want me to do to be accepted. I've done the dance long enough. Like,
right.
I want to be accepted for fucking the same thing that you're being accepted for, the same
just
accomplishments.
talent.
Yeah, just that's off my talent, and for you to be like, yeah, take advantage of that. I hear you, but it's like, why do I have to continuously prove myself to you? Like, why do I continuously try to make you accept me when I'm doing the same work as you?
Yeah, no, I totally get your point. I just think we're just structurally not there as a society, so we have to figure out how to get in.
Or you just don't have to play by. Here's my thing. Biff, the difference is today, he doesn't need validation from business of fashion to have a successful career, because he has a successful career,
Right.
and he doesn't need them. So he can just choose not to be affiliated with anything they do. That's the road I would take, and be like, I don't need you. Your list doesn't mean anything. It's like I was thinking about if Drake or Jay-Z or Kanye release an album, they don't do any press. They don't go to anything. They don't show up at anywhere. They just kind of hit a button and
But they're there. He's still climbing that ladder.
Yeah.
And I think he's truly just saying, I want you to understand me.
Yeah.
That's it. I want you to understand me. It's not me saying, oh, like you guys don't give a fuck about this. It's like, yo, if you're going to apologize to me and say sorry, do you understand why you're saying sorry?
Yeah.
Or are
That's
you
fair.
just saying it to save face, as all of these brands do, as all these
Yeah.
companies do?
Yeah.
Why are you saying sorry? Because people were yelling.
I'm sorry we did blackface.
People are yelling. So sorry. It's like, but why? I want them to be quiet. Okay, I guess. That's
How
like
did you
the
feel
fucking
about
reason.
the Jay-Z NFL thing?
How did I feel about it? I don't know. I'm trying to give Jay the benefit of the doubt. You know, as somebody I trust within our culture to do the right thing. I'm guessing he has a bigger play to it.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that he could have solved it in a couple different ways. I thought he could have easily had Colin in the meeting, or he could have just really spoke to him beforehand, or he could have just said, "Okay, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And I'm gonna put you on the board." That's even making a statement in a stance and saying, "Hey, he's still here next to me. I'm not." But when it becomes a little weird when it's like, "Oh, well, I spoke to them," and then we find out you didn't speak to them. Oh, this. You're like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" Like, so I'm guessing Jay, for what he's stood for over pretty much his career, that he's got a play here that's gonna benefit the culture.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to shit on it too quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess what's the time frame?
Time frame? I guess Super Bowl, motherfucker. I guess we gonna see it when they come out. Oh shit! I didn't expect Michael Jackson to come back. Nigga, Jay-Z did it for the coach.
Instead, you're gonna have Shakira.
Yeah.
Shakira and J-Lo, right?
That's what I'm
Who
saying.
it is,
That's
right?
ridiculous. I was hoping that announcement would be a big announcement to like turn the tides.
Yeah.
Not Shakira and J-Lo.
Wait, what happened?
Shakira and J-Lo are the
announced halftime.
performances.
Shakira and J-Lo.
No way.
Yeah.
You could say that
When they announced them.
Like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Latin women, though.
In
Okay.
Miami. In Miami.
All right. We needed a win over here first. Okay. We suffered
They got
long enough with
wall,
Colin. We were like, bring it home, Jay-Z. And then we just see motherfucking salsa.
I'm telling you, that was a bummer.
Nah, I mean, I'm guessing J-Lo is going to bring out her people, which are my people. That's who's made her career. But I don't know what that is about. I'm guessing he's going to add more people on it.
Yeah. Okay.
He's going to add more people. She's signed to
see.
Rock Nation, though, right? Shakira is. It
Sure,
makes
but
sense.
Yeah.
you know how important that announcement is if you're Jay-Z with all of this backlash that's been happening.
Well, maybe Jay's just like, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That might be the case.
Shit. Jay's like, as soon as he hit that billionaire mark, he was like, fuck it.
Bob Kraft, come over here. What are you doing for dinner? Where's that massage place?
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess
shit. No.
once you become a billionaire, you start wanting to be have
different
multiple
club.
billions.
Yeah.
So you just have to play like a different
Yeah,
game.
I wonder.
If Jay-Z moves to West Palm Beach, then we know what happened.
We know what happened.
Jupiter,
that
right?
happens,
That's
it's
where
over.
everyone goes.
Okay. All right. Next up, Vice
Yeah.
has acquired Refinery 29 for $400 million. Now, there's a little bit of trickery in that because the deal was mostly stock, and Vice is valuing themselves at $4 billion roughly.
If Vice is 4 billion, group chat's 10 billion.
There you go.
That's my
So
view
group
on
chat's
Vice's
10 billion, and we're going to go acquire some stuff. So when you value yourself at this sort of made up 4 billion number, which it seems like for all intents and purposes they're nowhere near.
I love it, though.
What?
Just say a fucking number. Who cares?
Well, the point is, I agree, but the point is when you actually go acquire someone, now them buying them for $400 million, what did they actually buy them for? 50?
No. Here's the thing. This Vice is not a good business. Okay,
Yeah.
we know Disney owns 27%. They wrote it down. They think it's worth
They
zero.
wrote it off completely.
Zero.
Yes.
Okay. So 27% of the company is worth zero.
Yep.
Okay. Multiply.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. You get 100%. It's worth zero.
Got it.
Refinery 29, my guess, is struggling. Couldn't find a buyer. Couldn't stay afloat. Needed a story.
Yep.
And unfortunately for them, all of a sudden, investors got smart in the last 10 days after WeWork, and they were like, so Vice that's worth made up $4 billion. We're gonna buy this company and say they're worth $400 million. It is all fucking bullshit.
But this doesn't work anymore. This isn't going to work.
no, but so someone,
Disney, the only thing that's fact-based, the only thing is Disney's
27%.
what they think their
stake,
27% is worth.
No, you're
They're-
worth. You know, I see people posting this on Instagram. You're worth what you think you're worth.
Say it
they
again,
think they're
dude.
worth.
Say it again.
You're worth what you think you're worth.
that means
Vice
that-
thinks they're worth. They read an Instagram post and said, "We think we're worth $4 billion."
That means Refinery 29 might have just essentially given away their
Yes, that's what they
Yeah.
did.
They probably
didn't care.
No, I'm sure they were losing money. I'm sure they couldn't find a buyer, so they need a soft landing. Pray Vice figures it out.
Yeah.
This is fraud. This is fraud.
No,
Saying-
not if you know you're being fucking
No.
bamboozled. It's fine.
No, the problem.
do.
the
I think they
problem
do
is-
too. They're like, we don't care about
No,
this.
no. I'm saying imagine if they use this $4 billion valuation to go public, and now these shares are available to the public market. That is fraud.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is people are sitting in a room knowing that you're finessing a bunch of numbers to lie to the world to try to get some sort of exit or higher valuation or something.
Yeah, it's all worth zero.
It's fraud. It's all a lie. You shouldn't be able to blatantly lie.
This is like the
So
scene in The
no,
Big
but
Short where
on-
you see the houses.
No, but the only thing I like about
Yeah.
this fraud that this acquisition is that people have finally gotten smart to the fact that this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
So the stories are coming out
Yeah.
that, oh, this is bullshit. If this acquisition happened a year ago, Refinery 29 would have
Yeah.
been paraded around as the greatest media company that acquired by the media giant Vice. They're a $4 billion giant now. And everyone would have been like, these guys are heroes. They would have been appointed to boards of companies. They would have gotten advisor shares in companies.
Yeah.
But actually, they failed.
yeah,
I'm going to sell Young and Reckless to you guys at Group Chat
for $1 billion.
for $1 billion.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Mark it up.
Thank you, guys.
You're a billionaire.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's
You
been
could
a long
add, what were
road.
you? You were 1.5 before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now
To
add a
evaluate
billion.
2.5. It's so nice. It was hard fought, but we did it. Okay, next up. It looks like poor Snapchat, man. Poor Evan Spiegel, the greatest, what do they call him in that one podcast you sent me on? The greatest product developer for Facebook ever.
Yeah. He's still at it.
This poor guy's still at it, still working for Facebook. Facebook just announced they have a new little app that they're releasing called Instagram Threads, which is essentially, so one of the most popular things about Snapchat is Snapchat still has 200 million users.
I'm one of them.
Who are these?
You
people?
use it?
Use it?
I use Snapchat all the time.
For what?
Wow.
For shit to disappear. That's why.
Okay, so that's why
Yeah.
everyone uses it. So that's the point, right?
Me and probably the government both use Snapchat to write each other
Yes.
messages.
So 200 million users still. And it seems like the main place where a lot of people are using it are the same place where Sterling is using it, which is sending messages back and forth that disappear. Photo messages, you know.
No, I didn't say
Maybe
all
Sterling's
that.
sending photos out.
No.
I'm not sure what he does. You know what I mean? In his spare
We don't
time.
have his phone.
Yes. But this Instagram Threads app is essentially that. It's an easy way to send photo messages, video messages. It looks exactly like Snapchat.
Yeah, it's exactly for that function. I just don't understand, why is it another app? Why don't you just do it in Instagram? Just like have a feature like that.
I think it's the same way they tried to do.
IGTV.
Well, IGTV was in the app. Remember when they did Facebook Direct?
Yeah.
Which was an app just for messaging your Facebook friends?
Yeah.
I think they just, for whatever reason, they see that you could, that's essentially now Snapchat. Like if everyone's using Snapchat for this, now we have a Snapchat.
I don't think this is going to work the way stories worked at all.
It has to happen in the app.
I don't necessarily either, but it did crash Snap's stock.
Yeah, Snap stock was down 7% after this.
Just from this announcement.
Because people are just fear. But I mean, Snap stock has been probably the most best performing tech stock in the last 10 months.
Yeah, but you just, man.
The other interesting thing, like Snapchat is also on Sunset. When I drive down Sunset, I see ads for so many shows they're putting out, right?
Yep.
So they have the Tekashi 6ix9ine show, documentary, all this type of stuff. The numbers they're claiming that people are watching on these things.
That's fake news.
30 million people watch some of these shows.
That's fake news.
How is that possible?
They're just like auto playing it or something and counting it as a watch.
Yeah, they're not telling you how many minutes are being watched of each show.
Yeah.
They just say 32 million people watched the last Bad Baby, or what is that? Is that her name?
That's her name?
Bad baby.
Yeah.
Bad Baby, yeah. Yeah, you'd put it on the homepage of Snapchat. 30 million people are going to accidentally click it when you have 200 million.
Please don't ever look at me again to confirm Bad Baby's name.
Yeah.
I was going to look it on it.
He said Bad Baby, right? I don't feel comfortable.
He was asking you all the black questions.
Yeah, I was like,
We were just going to make this a
she's
race.
white. Yeah. I was like, okay. Like, yeah, she's white.
She's white.
She's white as shit.
That's the girl that says, "Catch me outside."
Yeah.
Yes.
She's still
white.
here.
Okay, so anyway, whatever. I feel bad for Snap. I used to kind of feel like they were losers. Now I just feel bad for them.
I mean, this app is stupid though. No one's going to download.
I don't think it's
Threads.
going to work
But
because
it's just an unnecessary ripple. It's a direct knockoff again. Anywho, let's move on. How about Bird, man? Bird Scooters just raised $275 million in a new round. Series D,
whatever.
it's worth
Yeah.
how many billions is it
You
worth?
picked the
2.8 billion.
Oh yeah, I'll pick the value. Yeah.
2.8 billion.
No, 2.5, right?
It said 2.8. Yeah.
So what's going on?
I mean, what's going on is this guy figured out how to get another 275 million out of somebody. I don't even see scooters anymore.
What are you talking about?
I see wheels. I see wheels
Out of
everywhere.
your mind.
Yeah.
Look out the window.
Anand, do you see less scooters?
There's definitely fewer scooters.
No, you guys
That's
are just
fake
paying more
news.
attention.
That's-
Are you Will's fan?
No, I use
Sounds
I use
like
scooters.
Will's fan.
No, I actually
no.
don't. I
The
think
other
Will's a
night-
little too dangerous
The
for
other
me.
night we went to the Nas concert. We walked
Yeah.
home. We both got scooters. On my way home, the streets were lined with scooters, and I actually said scooters for the first time. I said, "Wow, they have scooters out at 11 p.m. because they never used to be out that late."
Maybe Hollywood has more scooters than the other rest of town.
Yeah, around us, it's
West
I see
Hollywood, you're not
scooters.
even
I see scooters by me too.
in the valley.
Yeah.
You're just Beverly Hills adjacent.
No.
where
No.
scooters are frowned upon.
So this round was led by the Quebec, a pension fund from Quebec and Sequoia.
So they
So-
poor teachers. They're taking all these Canadian teachers' money.
So Sequoia has led, I think, their last two rounds, and they have to keep funding it.
Unless it's
And Sequoia is not notorious, but they're famously known that when they back a company, they will endlessly back it until it wins. And it's worked in other instances. I think this is another situation of headline numbers. Like, we have no idea what the ratchets on this
The terms
275 are, right? This is the first money out with the 3x multiple. Like, I don't know. I'm just like speculating that there's a lot more behind the valuation, but it's a good headline story. So everyone thinks that this is a huge home run.
yeah.
I'm shocked that you can even throw that valuation around given what's happened with Lyft and Uber in the public markets.
But let me ask you this: why are the articles about Vice and refinery like, haha, this is stupid? But
This is
there's
cash.
no tone to that.
because they
about-
got 275 million cash.
But nobody's writing like this is a sham. We're funding broken scooters.
Because no one's actually revealing what the numbers are.
we don't know what's happening.
We don't know what the numbers. We have a data point with Disney, right? With
Yep.
Vice.
Yeah.
So we have one of the biggest companies in the world.
It says we're at zero.
Yeah.
Because what's Lyft's public market
10
valuation?
billion.
So you're telling me Bird is 25% of
I'm telling you, it's
List items.
28%.
28%?
Yeah.
Gosh. That's a joke. Scooters, I think, will be non-existent in.
Especially like
You guys are wrong.
No, scooters are going to exist. Scooters are going to exist, but at what valuation? Like, I believe in micromobility. There's no question it's going to exist. At what economics do they make sense? At what scale? I don't know.
What economics do they make sense? They just break. You need more powerful scooters.
You know who should do this? The scooters? The city. Should be.
Sure, but I think the fundamental problem is, like, now that we've talked about it so many times, I see so many people punting scooters.
I kicked 3 scooters today.
Really?
One scooter 3
You're
times.
the problem.
One
I
scooter
never
3
see that.
times.
I always see, they love, like, homeless people.
They have the compilations of people throwing them in the ocean.
The ocean.
Yeah,
It's so
the
great.
graveyard. I went to visit my dad in San Diego. I rode a scooter. It was so nice down by the water. I parked, and a guy just ran up and punted it.
Your scooter?
Whoa!
You know
but
what-
after, like, I walked away, and then
No,
just,
I wasn't fucking questioning your manhood. No, after all, I was off it. I would have fucked them up.
I just got a live text from a little mole we have at the Bird headquarters.
okay.
And they announced the valuation or the funding to the whole team.
Yeah.
And the CEO said, "I've got a bunch of White Claws for all you millennials. Go celebrate."
He really did?
Yeah.
And they really had White Claws?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
At least he's on brand with that.
You
And
guys
White
love
Claw's not di-
right?
I love the concept.
I love it.
Do you drink it at your house?
Never had one.
You don't even supply it?
Is that a
for
race
your-
thing?
For your
I
shindigs?
feel like it's a race thing.
You just like it's too white for you. You won't touch
It's too
it.
white. It's in the name.
The claws are white.
It's in the name, guys.
You don't even supply it for your white friends?
I don't have white friends.
Yes, you do. Your podcast partner is as white as they come.
He's the only one that's there.
He
Well,
didn't
give
say
him
he was
some
his
White
friend.
Claw and a Jewel.
He didn't say he was.
He
the
did. He
pu-
brought his own White Claw, I think, the last time.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
If people black claw, is that racial?
I don't think it's gonna go over well.
I'm going to start a podcast called White Claw and Jewel, which is like weed and wine, but for super white dudes.
It's the whitest. I literally took a picture of someone's hand that had a White Claw and a jewel in the hand. I said, that's the whitest I've ever seen. At Chanel's birthday party.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of that. Okay. All right. We got to see, do we have any ads? Run the ads. If we got ads, run them. We're trying to afford some White Claws and Jewels. Okay. Next up, sports news real quick.
Yeah.
Did you see this huge Kyle Kuzma Puma deal?
Yeah.
Kuzma. The ad is K-U-Z and like the Incredible Hulk. Hulk Hogan. And then Ma for Puma. We have signage all over the city. $20 million deal. Big deal for both of them, really. I think for Kyle Kuzma getting into the real money, and then for Puma, really doing a big marketing rollout around an up-and-coming star
Well, I found
athlete.
it interesting because he's the face of Puma now. They kept announcing him as the face of Puma.
Which
I'm
is-
like, you have Trae Young. Like, you have other players who I would argue are better to be the face for a brand than Kyle Kuzma. I guess he's the most attractive.
I think
He's like a style guy?
but he's like a
But
more
he's not gonna be
fashion
the best
guy, right?
player.
But he's like their fashion guy.
I think they all have stylists. I don't know if any of them are fashion guys. I think that, like, it's easy to make someone I don't know if people are buying. I don't know if you're looking at KD and being like, KD's so fly. That's why I buy his shoes. Yeah, his sell-through is really good. It's about the basketball shoes. So I don't know if we look at Kyle Kuzma, if he'll perform well enough, or if he has the opportunity with the Lakers to perform well enough for us to even care about the Pumas he's with.
Is it a money issue? Is it that he's
I think Puma
affordable
paid
for
him pretty
his-
damn well. $20 million over 5
5
years.
years? That's a decent deal.
Yeah, but for a guy that may never make an All-Star team,
I think he'll be on the Lakers for another year, maybe 2, and then he'll be gone. He'll be All-Star. He'll be All-Star 100%.
but it's still a question. It's not a for sure.
Yeah, it's not for sure. You got LeBron and AD, but I think he may have a chance at the All-Star team. this year.
So everyone says Puma basketball is making a push.
They are.
I haven't seen the product on feet. Like I'm maybe in like high school and like club teams, kids are wearing them. But like, do you think they can actually make a real dent in basketball shoes?
I do. I think they're doing really well in the AAU market. Is where you start
Yeah.
at, where you
Yeah.
want to get these kids to carry the prep schools. I mean,
But why
these
are those
prep
kids
carry-
wearing it? Just curious. Like, what would make
The
them?
influence. You got Jay-Z as
Yeah.
the person leading this whole thing, and then he's signing decent players. He signed DeAndre Ayton. He signed Trae Young. Now he has Kyle Kuzma. Those are the young kids that these kids care about.
Yeah.
So I think that they are making a push. I don't think they're Nike or they're Adidas, but they're definitely making a push, and they're making a dent and stuff.
If I were Puma, I would say you have to sneak on to at least 10 Taco Tuesdays at LeBron's house for this deal to make sense.
Just to get the
Or
reach.
just to be in the background.
Yeah, just be in the reach where LeBron pans to Kuzma.
But I think they're probably banking on like the general media uptick of the team this year will
Yeah.
just be big. They'll be
5-year deal, or what is it, 5 or 4 year?
5 years.
deal.
That's a lot.
plus maybe they're
He may
banking
not be
that,
a Laker in 2 years.
He won't.
but maybe they're banking that a better player would have been $50 million because now you're
Right.
competing with Nike and shit. Maybe it's
Just
a
like-
good deal for.
But what's a
what
better
you're-
player?
Huh?
You
can
can't
go
get him.
You can go get another All-Star. Well, they're in deals already. But
Yeah.
if you wanted to, if someone's deal was expired, you can get an All-Star for $50 million. No one's getting that.
I think it's great
But
for
you're saying it would
Kuzma.
cost 50.
Kyrie.
You're saying
Kyrie's
it-
deal is probably worth a little more. But he's at Nike. He's going to be at Nike for the length of time.
But don't you think that maybe that's what's happening? Is Puma saying our in is this affordable, fashion-forward, medium talent dude? Where if we go into the next level, we're going to be fighting with Nike and Adidas, and we're going to have to pay $50 million. So they got, you know what? This is our entry level. We can build a campaign around it. People like him.
At least he's around LeBron for a year.
Yeah, maybe we'll get it some Taco Tuesdays. He'll make it on the yacht.
He better be kissing LeBron's ass. That's all I gotta
That's
say.
probably part of the
he's
deal.
he's going to play really well. He's a good player.
He is a good player.
He's a really good player.
Is he young? How
You
old
know,
is he?
Yeah,
yeah.
he's like 21, 22.
no,
Probably
he's
22.
like 24, 25.
No, he's not 21.
Yeah.
No, maybe 23.
You know what the most interesting thing about the
23. He's
deal
definitely not
was?
24, 25.
They said that his rookie deal for his shoe, which was Nike or
22?
Adidas,
24?
was $25,000 a year. So if you're an NBA rookie and you sign a shoe contract, you get $25,000. That's an opportunity for a lot of smaller brands because like
Yeah, big
20
baller
million's a
brand.
lot, but like you can go get like. Why would, if you're an NBA rookie, you would only sign to Nike if you're getting really good money or you just want to wear Nike. But $25,000 is nothing.
But you know, something that we deal with a lot in fashion is people won't sign those deals because they want to align themselves with Nike for later.
Yeah.
Of course.
So they'd rather take the 25,000
and the free product and
yeah,
everything
to
comes with
be
it.
able to sign that deal when so I bet that happens a lot.
He
I don't
signed
think
the
you
GOAT
could just,
first.
Yeah,
That's right.
Kyle Kuzma was
Oh,
signed the
yeah.
GOAT first.
The app, yeah.
I wonder if he can. He probably still has that deal.
what's
I
that?
don't know if he can.
And GOAT won? Oh, producer Dan saying Puma tried to get him back then, but GOAT beat
You
him.
should have gone to StockX then.
Yeah.
We'll see. Either way, the guy got signs all over the city.
Why is the Hulk Hogan?
They were running with the Kuzma thing. They were running with the Kuzmania and stuff throughout the year.
got
So then they just took that font and they just put it on the
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, moving on. Quickly into some pop culture news. This is a big story. This 12-year-old African-American girl said that she... You know what, Sterling, can I clear something up with you as my friend?
What? It's about last week's?
Does it sound disrespectful if I say 12-year-old black girl, or is African-American girl preferred?
I prefer the term African Americans. No, I'm joking. No,
Right?
I don't. I mean, I refer
When I
to
say
myself as
African-American, I
black.
feel like I'm trying too hard.
I feel like you're trying too hard, but I'm fine with you trying harder.
White boy.
I'm fine with you trying harder as well.
Pete's looking scared.
But you can say black.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Because every
she's
time we
black,
talk about
right?
a news
Yeah,
story,
she's
every
black.
time we talk about a news story, I'm like, man, I don't think, this might be politically correct, but I don't feel right.
Nah, man, I'm giving you the pass.
You can say
black
black.
for that.
You say black.
Okay, 12-year-old black girl. She claimed that her classmates.
You know what? Go back to African American.
Okay, that didn't feel right, huh? She claimed that her classmates held her down and cut her dreads.
Mm-hmm.
So for obvious reasons, that's going to be a big story. That is absolutely insane,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the type of thing that everyone starts talking about.
Yeah.
Turns out, she lied.
Yes.
She made up the whole thing.
Her parents came out and said the whole thing was a lie, and they apologized to everyone in the community.
Did the parents lie or the kid lie?
Kid. The parents are like really embarrassed. Like they had a whole press conference.
So did the kid like secretly cut her hair in the bathroom and then be like, "Oh my God"? Like, do we know any like motive? Do 12-year-olds have motives?
Does she just not want dreads?
Does she just not want
Yeah, maybe she didn't want dreads. And
That's a possibility. You know, a lot of times, like, parents have dreads and they make their kids get dreads, and the kids do not want dreads.
So the easy way is to say these white kids
These
just...
motherfucking white kids. And she never been inspired by Jesse Smollett. And been like, you know what? I can make up a better story than him.
Yeah.
And she wrote this story, and now she has to fucking come clean. I don't know, man. I mean...
I think it's a real challenging thing because there's so much racial tension in the country, and everyone wants to rally around a person that was harmed in any way, and then this type of thing happens, and unfortunately, it just gets like the Trumpsters real excited. But
well, it's good. They blow it up in the press. On purpose.
Yeah, the problem with this.
She's also 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's 12. 12-year-olds do dumb shit.
Yeah, like
And
can
they
say a
lie about
monster
shit
cut
all
their
the
hair.
time. They're kids.
Their kids are lying, and they're not. I don't think she's race baiting. I think Sterling's story is probably more accurate. She just didn't want the dreads, and maybe someone was like,
Yeah, or
"You have
maybe
to have
she
them."
just felt like she needed some attention, or she's 12.
Yes.
Like, I understand.
the
like
problem is the media is taking this and made it a national
No, but
story.
this is why the media is so stupid. The Jussie Smollett thing to me was worth blowing
he
way up.
deserved to get
A
shamed.
12-year-old girl, like this isn't a race like big fake news issue. Fake
Yeah, this is
crime.
12-year-old who's insecure, that lacks confidence, that lied.
Yeah, who cares?
It could be any race.
Okay. So we cleared that up. That was easy. Okay, next up, Emily Clow applied for a job at a place unfortunately called Kick-Ass Masterminds. Now, I can't think of a worse name that you could possibly name a company. But, you know, everyone's trying to do their mastermind thing and be motivational and stuff like that in this new age. So Kick-Ass Masterminds was hiring, and Emily applied.
Yes.
She applied. She felt like the interview went well. She was feeling good about herself. And she actually got a message that said, hey, interview went well. We suggest you follow our account. # like and subscribe. It'll give you a better chance of getting hired. And I'm guessing Kick-Ass Masterminds, a growth strategy, is anything we can get. So she follows the Instagram page and she takes a look at the story on Instagram and sees a photo of herself. And it was a photo stolen off of her Instagram of her in a bikini. And they were just roasting her. And they said, look, they said we're trying to hire employees, not bikini models.
Yeah.
Our suggestion is don't post stuff like this if you want a job.
No, you know what? I'll give you the exact quote they said.
Yep.
Go on with your bad self and do whatever in private, but this is not doing you any favors in finding a professional job. That's what the Kick-Ass Mastermind had to say on her Instagram story post. It's pretty provocative pic, though.
It's a provocative bikini, but like, who cares? That's like by no means in the realm of crazy. And also, your company's called Kick-Ass Mastermind.
Yeah.
So you really don't have a say.
What I think is going to be really challenging for people is when someone applies for a job, no matter the position, the first thing I actually do when I get their resume is I go and look for them on Instagram.
Yep.
Because I know what type of person I'm dealing with before I bring them in. And if you know that...
D just violated like 12 HR rules just now.
I can't go on their Instagram?
Nope.
That's
How
not
do
an
you
HR rule.
determine employment? Yeah, it's called discrimination.
Maybe that's the problem.
Keep in mind, he's speaking about Menlo Club when he says that.
Not Young and
Young and
Reckless.
Reckless, we do not do that.
Well, you're going down too then. This affects everyone on the couch. But the first thing you do is you end up going...
I'm in a chair.
The first thing you do is actually you do go on their Instagram page and you do go look at their content. And so for a person applying for a job, you have to decide, do you think that makes a difference or not? I don't care what HR rules are. This is what people do.
Sure, but that bikini, number one, the bikini was pretty, like, sure, it was a little bit of a sexy bikini.
Yeah.
Not that crazy.
Yeah.
It's also
Number
like
two-
a wholesale bikini. Everyone has that bikini.
Exactly. Had a
Act like
little
you
bit
haven't
of-
seen it, fucking kick-ass, whatever.
Yeah.
You've seen that bikini before.
Exactly. And then 5 steps worse than that bikini.
The post is the worst.
Roasting her publicly
So
on your
that is
Instagram?
to me, that's a bigger HR problem than anything.
Gosh.
Is
No,
how
but you
they
shouldn't be discriminated for what you have on. Like, that's
No.
what you're doing in your private time. That's your page.
I'm not agreeing with that. I'm just telling you what people are going to do.
No,
It's just,
I know.
It's just
But
that's
it's not
what
right.
It's not right, but it's unfortunately, maybe when you're applying for a job, go private for the time you're applying for a job.
I'm pretty
I don't know
sure
if that's the right message. I feel like
You're a private person. You keep your stuff
But that bikini was so mellow.
I think
I understand if you're like, hey, like I have.
You know how many people have shotgun White Claws in their Instagram profile?
Pete, he's sitting here. He got the job.
he got the job because of it.
Yeah.
Well,
You said it.
I think, it's pretty clear that young people that aren't trying to be influencers or playing marketing, they're either private on Instagram, or that's why Snapchat exists, because everyone knows this is a consequence of the way people view social media. So like, yeah, whether it's right or wrong, it's inevitable. Employers are going to look at your Instagram, your social media, and try to gather more data on what type of person you are. And that's why, any young person that's in like a typical corporate position, I would imagine they're private. I don't think anyone's public, but it's just like,
I also think.
But I also don't blame them for going on people's social media. I blame them for judging her for what she has on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the problem in this. It's not like for you as an employer going on someone's social media and saying, "Oh, well, I want to make sure he wasn't a white supremacist before I hired him." That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're judging this woman for what she has on.
Yeah.
And saying you can't work for us because I can't control my dick.
And it's not only that. It's not even
Outta here.
It's not even privately. You can't work for us. They roasted her, and in my opinion, I think this is what happens when you have these like young. I'm guessing the people who run this company are young.
They kick ass.
They kick ass and they have masterminds. They're probably fueled by like
Bang
the
Energy.
Wolf of Wall Street and Bang Energy.
so why are they
Energy.
mad at the bikini post?
What? Exactly,
that
but my
bikini
point
post
is,
seems
I
on
think
brand.
Because Me Too movement is going to take us down if we hire her.
Yeah.
We can't control ourselves.
Ridiculous. I think that's the owner trying to seem like, we don't do that here. But like what you do is you roast job applicants on your Instagram story.
Yeah, they're just clowns. They're
Do that in
clowns.
private. Everyone knows that.
Come
Yeah,
on,
that's what
do that on the
Snapchat's
new,
for.
I'm on her Twitter, and her profile continues on with the bikini theme,
yeah.
and looks like she's getting some love from Barstool.
Yeah, own it. She should start an online store.
A
Just
bikini.
the most scandalous bikinis.
She has her Gmail there, so you
Yeah.
can.
I like that you put her email
We should hit
there.
her up. We should see if we can get a phone. We did it with Kyle Allen. Let's see if we can get Emily Clow on here.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's email her.
I like this.
Okay.
Pete, don't do anything creepy.
Here's jeez. We're talking about HR
Look at your
issues.
bikini picture right now.
I'm looking for more bikini.
Okay, the big news in pop culture world is that Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott have broken up.
Oh, no.
I never thought this day was coming.
And apparently, on top of that, Kylie Jenner appeared to be meeting up with Tyga.
She cleared the air. That's not the case.
She cleared the air. That's not the case. Tyga said he put a cap emoji, meaning these are all lies.
Is he saying she capping or is he saying they capping?
He changed it and said media cap.
Okay.
Can you explain what cap means?
Cap means lies.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
Thank you for not looking at me.
You were saying it so confidently, so I needed some clarification.
You want to know what cap is? No cap is.
I actually don't. That's the first
You
time I
capping
heard it.
right now.
Where did it originate?
I feel like Atlanta.
But we don't know like the
I might
like
be wrong.
why cap is.
Oh no, I don't even know why. It just took off, kind of like bust down, kind of like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. Leave it to the
fair,
white guy
right?
to try to
Sometimes
figure
you
out
don't
the
have an
origin.
explanation.
Yeah, like who cares about the origin? Jesus Christ.
Oh my bad. School in this morning? It's a
Okay,
shot.
so whatever. This is the big story. This is all over the press. What do we got? Any takes?
I think this is very bad for Travis Scott's career.
Man, if you don't get your goofy ass out of here. Man.
I don't think. I think
Travis
Travis.
Scott's a fucking musical genius, man. He gonna make it. He gonna be fine.
I think he got everything that he could get. Not that he was in it for that, but career-wise,
Kylie's a lovely lady.
he's still the baby dad. He's still like. What else do you want? Do you want him to get married and be together forever?
You saw Scott Disick. He kind of got divorced, and we don't see him
Scott
around
Disick
anymore.
is not a
okay, so
musical
do you
genius.
think Kanye's life is better or worse?
Right now,
Yeah.
I think it's better.
I think it's worse.
Yeah, okay.
His life,
Right.
worse.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
his
his life
money
is
is
worse.
better.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
talking about.
Oh, that's not life. It's a lot of other shit in life, dude.
I think
Well,
he
he's the guy
can't.
who started the podcast off with "You're the richest black guy you know."
He wanted your W-2 snapshot of your bank account.
exactly.
In the link in the description, we'll have Sterling's W-2.
Tax returns.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if Kanye's life is better or easier on him. I think he's making more money, obviously. That
Yeah.
that family is just
Good at that.
Like a fucking monopoly. Yeah, it's like they're great at that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I look at Travis and say his life won't be the same. Yes, it won't be the same.
Yeah.
I think he's an amazing talent and that he has a crazy following, a very cult following, and they'll stay with him regardless. I do think it's, I guess, sad, but how fucking old is Kylie Jenner? 12? Did we think she was gonna make it to the end? Whoa! They broke up. She's fucking 12. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She has a lot of bikini pics on her Instagram.
She's
so
not
if
getting
she
hired.
applied for a
Kick-ass
job.
mastermind.
She's getting hired. The fact is they didn't like the bikini pictures. They were like, what is this?
Yeah. Like, this girl doesn't.
What is this girl
I think it's a
doing?
huge win for Tyga.
Tiger can
I
slide
don't
back
think
in.
it's true though. I mean, I think it's a win for Tyga if we're limited to just those two rappers. I feel like it's a new rapper waiting to be chosen right now.
Yeah, who's next?
Who's getting crowned this
Who's
week?
next? Is it
I
rapper or
wonder.
basketball player? Everyone predict.
I don't feel like Kylie's been on the basketball train.
No,
I
she
feel like
likes-
she likes
likes
music.
music.
Yeah.
She's
She's a
really
music.
into
She's a
music.
music head.
Yeah.
Her G-Wagon has special speakers.
Yeah. And I don't think she's tall enough for a
I
basketball
think
player.
Drake.
No.
Not publicly. I'm sure privately.
Okay.
You think Drake?
I do.
Drake.
Drake.
Drake?
I do. I think Drake.
I don't think Drake
I don't-
publicly.
I
No,
think
no
we'll
way.
get photos. I think we'll get. I don't know if publicly, like she posts a photo of them together.
I think she's about to have a hot girl fall. I think she's about to live her like she's young. I think she's about to have some fun. I think we're gonna see photos with a lot of motherfuckers. I think we're gonna be like, damn, him too? Well, goddamn. But I think the next
Blue
person
face.
she chooses, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
She
Next person
knows that
chooses,
whoever
I don't
she
know.
gets photographed with, she's going to instantly make their career.
That's not true.
You don't think?
I think not if she's like spreading them out. I think if she's hit us with if she's hit us with like 8 photos in 3 months, we'll be like, we don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Fucking
We don't know which album to
I don't know who to follow. I think, but if she like picks one guy like this, then yeah, of course his life is changing.
Yeah.
Shawn Mendes.
Oh my
right.
gosh! Come on, there's so much wrong with that.
I don't think she would do that.
She's literally going to pick the next popular artist.
You think she could? I don't think she can break an artist. That artist has to already be broken. She can't make an artist.
I think we'll all go listen.
I think she broke.
we would not listen.
I think she broke Khalid on her Snapchat story.
You also
That's fine. I'm talking about actually being with someone. I don't think like that way you don't feel like she's really trying to influence you like that. You're like, oh, she's listening to this good music. But like if Kylie's like, this is my boyfriend, check out his album, you're like, I
think a lot of girls would check it out.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't think we trust her for the musical talent. I don't think that we give her that.
Didn't one of you guys gave her credit for Post Malone really early on?
I
Yeah.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
Bryson
Bryson
Tiller.
Tiller, yeah.
That's a good one.
You guys are giving her credit for what?
To breaking those artists.
not
I
break
think
those
her
artists.
posting Post and having Post perform at her birthday was like who everyone instantly said, who is this Post Malone guy? And it just poured all the fuel on an already great song.
Maybe
and
Post
obviously
Malone and her
great.
should date.
Huh?
Post
Ooh,
Malone.
that's a good one.
She's not going white though.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
I don't think. No.
Give us a chance.
Do you really think you have a chance?
No.
Is the question. Okay.
Absolutely not.
I don't think she's going white, but she might surprise us. But I don't know if Post Malone is her type of guy.
Yeah.
Kyle Kuzma.
I was gonna say Kuzma, but I feel like that's a Kendall Jenner.
Yeah, Kuzma and Kendall were an item.
They don't mind with that. They can image swap. They don't care.
It's a family thing.
Yeah.
Maybe Puma knew something we didn't, because that contract is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's only $20 million.
Maybe they know.
It's a lot for. He's not an
$4
A-list
million
basketball
a year
player.
for Kyle Kuzma's not. It's a good bet.
It's a lot.
I would gamble on that. I think he'll be an all-star.
Yeah, if I knew he was dating
all-star.
Kylie and Taco Tuesday.
Sounds.
You think
She's
he'll
not
date
go-
Zion?
She's
No.
not going to New
No
Orleans.
way.
No.
Okay.
He'll break her. He'll fucking break her.
Sterling, I have to ask you this. I know we already tried to get you to snitch, but and I know it's you have friends there, but what's your opinion on this Kanye stuff? Like massive album delays, and obviously there was all the Trump stuff. And does it bother you? You don't care. You just let him be a genius and be weird and out there. I'm offended that the album is like fake released every couple weeks. I feel like we're being toyed with.
Yeah.
Do you care or no?
Do I care? I mean, I'm going to check it out when it comes out because I'm a Christian and that's the only way he can get me back was Jesus is King.
We think that's
He knew
the
how to
strategy.
get me back. It might have been.
Yeah.
But I also think that Kanye has always been very church-based in his music and stuff. So it makes sense that he would come back full circle
Yeah.
to this, in my opinion. I think also we need to always remember Kanye mentally is not always stable. He's going through different things. So I don't know if that's playing a part with this, but I would probably guess that all may be, intertwined in this whole thing, that Kanye may not be doing his best right now.
So you kind of give it a pass for that.
I don't know if I care. I think Kanye has to make us care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if Kanye is giving us we don't have a single, we don't have anything that we're like, oh shit, maybe we should listen again. Like the whole Sunday service thing, I don't really necessarily support it or get it. You play your songs right next to Christian songs or gospel songs, which seems kind of blasphemous. Yeah, it seems kind of blasphemous to me.
Yeah.
I think that they keep saying, "Oh, he has plans on opening a church." I'm like, this seems to me as like a cult.
Yeah.
But also, I don't fucking know, or I don't know if I care enough to give Kanye that much of my energy or my time to be like, let's figure out this whole thing. What's going on?
Do you still wear Yeezys?
Do I still wear Yeezys?
Yeah.
Yeah. As my cousin told me when I first hit her, I was like, hey, I don't know what to do about these Yeezys. Like, do I stop wearing them? She was like, that nigga crazy. The shoes ain't. I said, touche. No, I mean, I already bought the fucking shoes. What do you want me to do? Like, I can't get my money back. I can sell them, but I'm just telling somebody else to support his cause.
If a new one drops, are you buying it?
No, I haven't bought any new. Well, I
think if they were hot enough,
I have a
everyone
new
will.
pair of Yeezys that I got recently, but they were Yeezy 2s, Nikes.
Okay.
So I was still supporting Black Kanye then. So in my eyes, it was like, oh, I'm still rocking with this one. But like, no, I haven't bought any Adidas. No, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the end. I want to end it on one of your projects here, Sterling.
Me?
Yep. And I'm not talking about a podcast. I'm talking about a Coach campaign. So Michael B. Jordan just did multiple Coach campaigns from what I see, right? This big one with all the different ambassadors.
Yeah, he's the global ambassador. He's the global face of men's at Coach.
Wow.
Nice. And then
That sounds rich.
yeah, that's why
Mike is rich. No, this is not me. Look, guys, I'm chilling.
I have a feeling there's a Rolls Royce in the parking garage.
It is not. It's a Bentley.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So anyway, so he has this new commercial that's anime inspired.
Yes.
Super cool. Is he super into anime?
Super into anime.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is
Mike's
that why?
like the only Newark, New Jersey person I know that since he was a child, since I've known him, he's watched anime.
Yeah.
So that's how this whole thing. What is Naruto? Is that a?
It's a very popular, probably the most popular, other than Dragon Ball Z, if you argue, anime out there would be Naruto. And that was something that he loved, his favorite anime. And when we were thinking about different collaborations for this project, we wanted it to be true to him. Because obviously consumers and different people can see right through that shit nowadays. Yep. So we were like, let's make it true to you. And Mike was like, anime. We were like, we don't watch anime, but this is great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And it came out great.
What's crazy is anime is so hot in fashion right now.
It really is.
And timing is perfect.
But no, it sucks almost. It sucks to me because
it feels like you're riding a trend.
It is also the biggest.
Yeah.
So it just looks like Mike went and got the biggest, but no, he truly is into it, and that's his favorite.
Yeah.
And he has his list of what he's into from Bleach to all these different things. I don't know anime like that, but I had to learn enough about Naruto as we did this project. It was great though. It came out great.
And it's available for sale globally or just?
Yes, there's a pop-up right now at Beverly Center, but it's available for sale globally.
Wow.
Yeah. So first collab since he's been there. We're working on another one right now. So
the campaigns look amazing.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it came out dope. The first campaign he shot with Coach was shot by Spike Lee.
Wow.
This one was shot by the DP from Black Panther, Rachel Morrison. She shot it with our boy Leo Volsi, who does all of Mike's visuals and everything for him behind the scenes. So they collaborated on that, and Mike as well, and it came out really cool.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And there it is. Sterling, where does everyone go find you? Wine and Weed Podcast.
Wine and Weed Podcast. I think Ridiculousness is still airing. You can check that out if you want to.
It's
the only show on MTV.
You can check it out if you want to, man. We're killing it, guys. We're killing it.
You want to hear a crazy ridiculous story? I randomly met someone that I haven't seen in a long time, and she was like, I recently got cable again, and there's a show on MTV I watched for 3 hours. I'm like, oh, what show? And she goes, Ridiculousness. I'm like, it's been on for 10 years. Yeah. And she's like, I haven't had cable in 10 years.
Well, welcome. There's 342 episodes.
No,
for you
it's
to
8
catch
or
up
9
on.
years. We really are on 575 we've just filmed or some shit like that, which is crazy.
Crazy.
Well,
is it the longest running MTV show now? Ever?
I think
Real
well,
World
if you
probably,
count, if
right?
you count Real World still for what they're doing with the challenge and everything,
Oh,
I
right.
guess it's still running. But if you're talking about just from seasons, I don't know. I think we're getting up there. I don't think we plan on stopping.
Yeah.
Why would you?
I know.
Just
They're
knock
just like,
those
hey,
things out.
you like money? We're like, yeah. We'll stay around, guys. This is funny.
Good stuff. And then what about Instagram?
Instagram, at Steelo Brim, across the board on Instagram and Twitter.
Snapchat.
Don't add me on Snapchat. That's not even my Snapchat name either, though. But
What about Venmo? We've been having a lot of luck with Venmo.
yeah, I don't know if I'm giving you my
Okay,
Venmo
all
on
right.
this.
You can only collect money. It's not like
I don't know if I believe that.
Okay, thank you, man. Thanks for doing
Thank
this.
you guys for having me, man. A lot of fun.
We did it.